working together on our singles club together. So firstly, tell us a little bit about the first single and its importance in terms of why this particular one first.
These 6 songs that I'm about to release are a little bit looking back on what was happening and what I was writing, and in some cases had partially recorded in my London years. In my mind, it was going to end up on the second Last Man Standing record, which ended up never being completed. And some of it were songs that we were performing live in festivals very successfully. And we had there was a rich array of music that just hadn't gotten out. I have a lot of freedom to release things when I want to release them. If it's good music, it's good music to me. I don't really need it to be attached to whatever current thing is being hyped. I also think we're living in an incredibly eclectic period where everyone at their fingertips has access to UK drill or what's happening in Brazilian music or what's happening on, I don't know, Top 40 or what's happening in, weird pockets of Chicago jazz. Yeah. So it's a really good time for not really caring too much about genre and stuff like that. So these songs all have a kind of place in my heart. This one's really, really close to the heart for me. It was written on my dobro. Kind of in that way, sometimes you write something by accident, just like, sometimes where your hands land triggers an idea. And my hands landed someplace one day and it just drew up a lot of authentic emotion for me. And I chased it and chased it and chased it. And this is also a track that all the guitars you hear, which is really just 2 dobros, I believe, as I recall. And that's all me. And the voices are all me and a singer named Victi Silva, who is the tremendous singer and vocal instructor at Guildhall in London. She's a great vocalist. She sang with Mick Ronson. She is the wife of the studio's owner. Originally, my idea was I was going to do all the vocals on it, and suddenly I had this massive choir, and she knew how to deliver a lot of different voices. So all the voices are us. As the Sun is a very personal, emotional song, and I just sometimes want to not focus on my own problems. And there are bigger problems in the world, and there are problems that are global. And so this is one where I went to Alden and said, hey, let's get off the direction we were going in. And I talked about the prison problem, and he took it in a very different direction. And, some of the music really does draw from, work songs, that rhythm, that behind the beatness that you have on here, the kind of singing. I mean, there is a work song quality to As the Sun. So I really just brought it home on this video back to the sound of this song and took it away from the sort of my own personal emotional dramas, which are really inconsequential in the great scheme of things.
Brilliant. So let's take a listen and watch to it, and we'll be back in a moment.
As the sun slips beyond, as our lives spin over and on, as the night snuffs the day.
talking about the video itself, then tell us what it was like on the day or the days even of making that video to get and putting it all together.
I leave Alden to do all the work, to tell you the truth. We've got that kind of relationship, and he is, super professional. Once we settle on a concept, he usually goes about the work. So I really just let Alden go and create this riff on this idea of humanity working under these conditions, under these brutal corporately financed scenarios, which it's just brutal. And no doubt with the new administration, we're just going to see more privatization of prisons. And, where there are shareholders, there are people trying to cut costs and look for cheaper and free labor. So that's the scenario we are in.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Well, I will chat to you next time, and we look forward to finding out more about the next set in this series.